very blessed to have you talking about new skins today.
Yeah, thank you for talking with us. We're really excited to talk to you and share this with the German community.
For how long do you normally work on different skins, and is there a standard process you have for creating new skins?
Yeah, so I mean, it definitely depends, right? I think like our shortest turnaround for a skin is probably, I want to say, a week. Something that's like we've done before, right? So when you consider, if there's like a new technique or new animation method or something like that we're trying to figure out, that might take a little bit longer. But I think that was like during beta when we were like, okay, cool, just like get something out quickly. Like that was our fastest. Our longest was, what was it, Elder Flame probably, and I think that one probably took over a year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's always like a big process of just like, if it's like the moment someone comes up with an idea to the moment it ships, that's usually a couple months.
That could be 2 years. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
That's
like the one we're showing second here.
Yeah.
That one, when did that idea come out?
2018.
Oh, wow.
Earlier, maybe, right?
No, yeah. So yeah, we can start out with the first skin line here we're going through.
Okay.
So we'll start with the sidearm that we have here.
Ooh.
So this is our skin set that we're calling Winter Wonderland. It's similar to our like Nebula in that like you're kind of like looking at a world through your gun. It's sort of inspired by these like little German winter villages. Like I took a trip to Germany in 2018 and basically went all the way from like Hamburg down to Salzburg in Austria and kind of just like saw all of these little towns and was like super inspired. Like that's like a very wintry kind of feeling to me. Yeah, this was something that just when we started doing like Nebula and exploring like, hey, what are these like worlds that we can venture into? We're like, okay, well, we're coming up on, December, it's winter time. Let's try and do something a little bit festive or winter themed. And so this is what like immediately came to mind for me.
Super cool.
So Nebula kind of has like that weird thing going on where like when you stand still, it actually has like movement. So you'll kind of see like this galaxy moving across. We didn't do that on this one, but what we did want to try out was something new. So that when you're on a map here and you kind of scroll over to the dark, it'll actually change to like a night version of the scene where you've got, this nice Aurora Borealis and all of your festive lights, and you've got like your Christkindl market kind of going on there. And
this is so cool. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I have to admit. I mean, this looks cool. I mean, it's like Winter Wonderland, but the idea of having some dark areas and like changing what happens in this or like on the weapon, it's super cool.
Yeah, so here, and it'll depend on like map to map, right? You might have like certain areas here, right, where you're kind of by this light, and so it lights up for you. But we tried to like balance it so that for the most part, it feels pretty reflective of like where you are in the maps, darker light areas.
I mean, it adjusts very smoothly. So, and it's like, it's not too distracting, I have to admit, because it's, I have like the attention on your weapon. I mean, you see all the different details, but it doesn't disturb you and distract you from the normal gameplay. I think that's a very important part as well, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So here you also have a phantom, right? It gives you like a bit of a bigger sense of that scene. And they're kind of like all positions that you kind of get just like the center of town here in the middle. It's kind of a little bit reflective. Almost feels like you're looking through like glass in a way, or you kind of get like a little bit of like the refraction on there. So it's not like, just a pure image.
Yeah. Is it fun experimenting?
Yeah, absolutely. So like when it comes to this kind of thing, like we'll always say we thought that was a really good tech investment to say, hey, this is like a shader for this skin that's a little bit different from what we've ever seen before. So let's utilize this in different ways if we can. Let's try and make sure that we can like add to it and then modify it a little bit. But this opens up like a new opportunity of skin lines for us so that we can just come up with different things to put inside of it. And then that's usually where we try to push, is like we obviously don't want to just give the same thing to players like one after another. So we say, okay, we gave Nebula that had the sort of like moving galaxy and that kind of thing. What can we do different this time? And if we do another one after that, it'll try and be like, what can we do different with that one?
How does it look like when you're in a dark area?
So it actually will change as well. A bit of green here, and you'll even see like on the iron sight and the scope there, like the triangle and little dots there, they'll go from blue to green. And
nice.
Yeah, we tried to make sure that goes throughout the entire set.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice. So we have a phantom, we have a ghost.
We also have a vandal.
Is it first time ever like having a skin for phantom and a vandal?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. That's cool. I think that's a nice decision for like a Winter Wonderland skin.
Yeah, and then you can kind of see here, even as you inspect, like the gun kind of goes all the way to the left side. You get like the full scene kind of repeating over itself. And Yeah, this was really fun to make. We talked about too, like is there any way that we can like put an Easter egg in here, like a tactibear kind of in the window or something like that? We didn't end up like doing any of that.
Yeah.
But it was always fun, like when we were working on this, to kind of just zoom in and see like what everybody's doing. Like kids, I think there's like a snowball fight that's happening somewhere. There's obviously like, you know, kids building snowmen over there on the left side.
There's lights at night too.
Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah.
The last one we have in the set is a marshal. And so you can kind of see here in the scope as well, you kind of just get that like constant reflection of the scene.
Yeah.
And then as well here.
Perfect.
When you're zoomed in.
Yeah.
And then also when you zoom in as well, you kind of get that as well. And it won't move. I'm hiding the UI right now, so it doesn't have the crosshair. But yeah, it won't move with you, so it's not super distracting.
Yeah.
The one thing Preeti was mentioning that we have to test is, you know, if I'm looking at this scene and something is like in my peripheral vision, like moving around, is that gonna be weird to me? One of the things that we did see with this that is like a small bug that we had with it, but we said like it's not too bad, is I was just in a night mode and I come over here, I'm in the day, and it does take a second to pop back into the day because it didn't recognize that you like change states when you zoomed out.
Okay.
The same thing will happen here if I'm zoomed in and then I go and move into night over here. It'll just take a second to go back in there.
Okay.
So, but again, the hope is that the transition is smooth enough to the point where it's not like super distracting.
Yeah. So we have 4 weapons in the skin collection, right?
What do you think the 5th one is?
Do we have a melee weapon in it?
We do have a melee.
Oh.
The melee is a little bit different. Like with Nebula, we saw feedback from players that like it was basically the same regular knife that we have with the same shader, similar to how the guns are. But for what players come to expect from melees, they typically have, you know, told us that they want things to be a little bit different. They want it to feel a little bit unique and special. So we really embraced that. And for this one,
no way. It was like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Yeah, I like it.
So really going into the festive theme for the winter holidays. We do also on this have variants.
Okay.
So there are no variants for the skin itself, but for the melee, we felt it would be appropriate to have some.
It was the holidays. Wanted to do something nice.
Cool.
Our team worked a little extra to make sure that these got made.
Yeah.
So we hope players are gonna like them.
It's nice. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
So
something a little bit different.
Yeah. So we have 4 different colors.
Right.
Yeah. It's
different flavors. They're flavored, right?
flavor. Yeah.
Yeah. You get your mint.
Mint.
It's special, and I think it fits perfectly in the game right now because we are all in like. We have these Christmas vibes, and yeah, I think all the people will like the skin collection. Can you say something about the price of this collection?
That's the same. Was that the same as
Wasteland?
Wasteland
right?
was. Yeah.
Yeah, same as Wasteland.
It's cheaper than I expected. I have to admit, actually, but I like it. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, again, Nebula was a PE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we felt that, like, you know, again, responding to the feedback from players, that it wasn't necessarily at the same level of what players have come to expect at that time when it comes to PEs, especially when you had things like Prime and now we have like Reaver and Ion, all those kind of things. So we want to make sure that like we're at least like responding and adjusting things according to what players are giving us feedback on.
Yeah, the Prime skin collection is my most favorite one, actually. Yeah, it's my favorite one. I like it. This was my first. I think it was my first skin collection I bought. I think I paid roughly 700 to 800 euros.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, you're doing great in special skins and skin collections. So in order to show them for the stream, I buy them. Like, I mean, you're doing a great job. I can tell you that.
Thank you.
I hope it's like this, Candy Cane. You know, the skin is kind of serious, but this is kind of a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Because we haven't made a lot of stuff in our game that are like more like lighthearted. Maybe some of the battle pass buddies and sprays and stuff, but right, like what's like our most fun skin? Maybe like Sensation, Polyfox.
Yeah.
I mean, we made a very deliberate choice in the very beginning when we said, hey, we're going to come out with a bunch of new skins to make sure that they match the tone of the game. Obviously, we have a bunch of ideas of things that we want to do that could break that, but we had to establish like what this game is, what the brand is, what the IP and all that kind of stuff. And so we didn't want to move too far out of that. It's been about 6 months, and now we feel like it's kind of appropriate to start seeing how far we can cross over that line.
Yeah. I think you can go ahead in this direction every now and then, because I think it's cool. I mean, it's like something else here and then, and I think it's like what did you say? Lighthearted?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, it fits the game perfectly, nonetheless. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is the first collection, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
For the second. And so this one won't be available right away. I think it's like later in the month.
So
Yeah.
what's the special name for this collection?
Blast X. Yeah.
Blast X. All right. I think
The X stands for extreme.
Ah,
I
nice.
always like to say that.
Nice. I think I saw the image of the skin a couple of months ago on a website where it's like I think they put out their leaked images and it was one of them. I think I was in the alpha with the Frenzy before beta, but this Phantom looks so good. It's so nice. Yeah, I
We
like it.
updated them a little bit too.
Yeah, in beta, I think they were still like yellow and blue. And
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
thing, inspired by that like toy gun that you would get as a kid in the 90s.
Yeah, and it's pretty detailed, right? I mean, you can see all the screws on the side, for example. It looks nice. Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of my childhood. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Very good.
And the last one is an
Okay, perfect. This huge button there. So nice. Cool. Yeah.
So all of these guns do have levels. They have 4 levels to them. Standard audio that we have for level 1 is always. Level 2 is this will introduce a new muzzle flash.
Yeah, super cartoony. Nice.
And what it also introduces in regards to like, firing is we have little
No
darts that
way.
are placed. Yeah.
This is so cool and so unique. That's nice.
And so it'll place all of those darts on non-pennable surfaces. Obviously, if you're still penning to a surface, we don't want to get in the way of gameplay, but just as like a little fun as you're firing. I think I saw a comment this morning where a player was hoping that they'd be able to take an Odin and just like spray it, and you absolutely can.
Perfect.
And so the same is true for all of them.
Yeah, that's nice. I think the players will love it.
Muzzle flashes are different than the non-silenced ones.
So level 3 is going to be a bit of a trip. I'm going to equip this and hope I can explain it pretty well. We'll start with the Phantom.
What?
So what you kind of have here is like you're opening.
It's like a present.
Yeah, you're opening this like a gift, and like I had seen this video like a long time. It's a super popular video of like this kid opening an N64 on Christmas Day, and he's like just like he screams like back from the 90s, and so it's like that's the kind of feeling we wanted to sort of have with this, is like you're excited to get something like a present and you just like tear the paper off of it, right? You don't like slowly peek what's inside. It's just like one quick swoop. You can kind of see here as well.
It's another
The color, there's a logo on them. You'll get the Valorant logo, the Playzilla logo, or some polka dots. Yeah, Playzilla's there. And so again, just a different experience. We know players like to kind of just like spam. And so for us,
really nice like sound too with the wrapping paper.
I know. Yeah, you get like this nice. We actually had our audio designer like get wrapping paper, wrap like an airsoft gun, and then record himself just tearing it off.
Oh, nice. Who came up with this idea? It's so good.
So
I mean, to say it, but it was Sean here.
Yeah, this was an idea I had a long time ago. Probably I think it was like February of this year. And a lot of it came down to like, could we actually do this in the time that we had? Because the guns, they were done for beta, and we didn't actually plan to revisit them because we're like, okay, we'll touch it up in the same way we did with Reaver, make sure that it's like kind of to the same level of polish. But we hadn't planned on going back and doing something this extensive. And so it was kind of just like a little like jam between like myself, an animator, a tech artist, or audio, and like we kind of had like a small little working group for a couple weeks just to prototype and see like, is this even possible? And then once we saw like the first iteration of it, before it was like we just wanted to get like the wrapping paper tearing kind of thing. When we saw that, we're like, okay, cool, let's just like heads down on this and just like go. And I think like it kind of all came together in like the last minute.
I like it.
Free2play won't say it, but she was sweating the whole time saying, I don't know if this is gonna work.
sweating.
It might not work. You might have cut it. I was like, no, you can't cut it.
I didn't believe it would happen.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
I mean, on Twitter, all the different people were like, I mean, they're hyped for this bundle.
So level 4. Level 4, as always, introduces a finisher and a kill banner.
Cool.
Okay.
Ah, it's sweet. Oh, that's so cool.
And so again, with the audio, there's a fun little, like, in the ad that you saw for the Playzilla, they have like this guitar riff kind of going in the background. We kind of play that into this little bit. There's a fun little kazoo at the very end where it does that smoke pop and that kind of thing. So yeah, so this was super fun. Again, the box randomizes on this. You'll get the same, like, different color, different pattern, that kind of thing, just to make it feel, again, very fun and festive. This was, like, again, like we were talking about before, like a little bit tonally different. It's a bit lighthearted and whimsical. But again, for us, it was a really fun thing to explore. Just having a character get boxed up and disappear.
Oh yeah, I like the animation. It's very quickly, and I mean, it looks nice, so good. Yeah.
And it's very different for our animator too, right? Like a lot of the things that we do are very like tactical and kind of grounded based off of like the core of the game. So we don't have a lot of like toony kind of animations that have like squash and stretch and the kind of things that you'd see in like Disney or Looney Tunes, that kind of things. So it was a really fun experiment for him as well to kind of just like figure out how far to push.
Great work on that. It's very good. I like it.
Thank you.
I think people will love it.
Additionally, for this whole set, we do have variants as well.
Ooh. Oh, this looks beastie.
So we wanted to give you like a different sort of like feel of these for each of them. Again, it's like they're different colorways, but at the same time, they kind of have a different emotion with them. The base is fairly neutral. This one, yeah, feels a little bit more kind of like gritty or menacing, that kind of thing.
The 14-year-old who's too cool, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is like the older brother wants to get this one, whereas like his younger brother wants, you know, the crazy colorful one. So here's number 2. And again, they still have the wrapping paper with the random colors on them with the variants.
Daughter picked the colors.
Ooh.
Isn't that cute? Little 5-year-old girl picked these colors.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You missed one of the weapons, though.
I know, I'm getting to it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Just showing off some of the other variants.
Yeah, nice. I like this color, the last one. I think that's pretty. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like we always want to make sure there's like something for everybody, so you kind of have a good variety within these. Yeah.
So we do have a kill animation. Do we have a kill banner again?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
And then our last one, we do have a melee for this one.
In a animation. Oh, whoa. I didn't totally forgot that. Oh, that's cool. It looks like a toy. Yeah, it's so good.
And the melee as well has a level to it. So you will have like your standard animation, same as you have with the base knife, just for level 1. On level 2, we do give you a new animation.
Ooh. Functioning.
Yeah. And again, there's like
cool.
there's some
button.
Yeah, there's some fun audio that goes along with that as well.
Yeah. I'm one of these spammy guys. Yeah. Oftentimes I die because of that, but
yeah, this will be a good spammable set between like the gun equips and then the melee. And then
I think it's a good record the equip over and over and we can all be quiet.
Yeah.
And so the melee has just its 2 levels, but it does also have variants the same as the guns.
Oh, I like this. I think this color is my favorite one. Yeah.
We do also have a buddy for these too. So you get a nice little Blast X logo at the very end there.
Yeah. It fits perfectly to the weapons. Yeah, nice.
Both of these will be out this month. I think again, Blast X comes out towards the later end of the month.
How much VP will this collection will be?
Blast X is it's a XE.
XE is like it's like the price of Glitch Pop.
Ah, okay. Cool. I'm looking forward to like seeing them. So I think the first.
Buy?
I think I will buy both.
Nice.
I think which one
are you gonna use?
I think this black color, I like it from the Phantom, but even Winter Wonderland is pretty special, and I think Winter Wonderland will be the collection for the next weeks, like to have some Christmas vibes. And yeah, I mean, it's very special. I like the dark edition very much, and even the very bright edition is very cool. I like the play with the light, and I mean, it fits perfectly to our time at the moment. So I think this collection will be it for December. But Last X is very cool. I like both. What about you?
I'm personally more excited for Blast X.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been an idea that we've had for a very long time, and we had to just like choose the right time. Like we started making it probably back in 2018 as well, and then when we were ready to ship, we had to say, okay, maybe this isn't the right one for right now, and then we just want to make sure that we release it at the right time. And then that's sort of what ended up adding to the effect of like the feeling of opening up a gift. Is we said, okay, well, let's target about 6 months after ship. Okay, that's December time. That's going to be a holiday season. What if we start going into that? And so the idea sort of just evolved out of not shipping it initially. So yeah, it's really good to see it come through.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for covering this. It was exciting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Very
really
cool.
fun for us too.
Thanks for your time, and yeah, have a good one.
You as well. It was great talking to you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Bye.